Okay, I've got a question from Sam Chan, who's joining us from Disney World. He's been wearing his army tartan down there, and people are loving it. He wants to know, which do you prefer, a dark or a light tartan?
What do we prefer, a dark or a light colored tartan? Personally, it really depends on the mood, the day, the season, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And or how many kilts you have. If you have one kilt, two kilts, your choices are limited. If it's summertime, I'll typically go with lighter colors. I have a few, fall kind of color kilts. So I'm unintentionally yet intentionally seasonally appropriate often,
Right.
but there's no super rhyme or reason. If I have, X number of kilts, I just pick the one that strikes my fancy that morning.
Mm-hmm.
As I get dressed bleary-eyed in the closet,
But in your closet, how many of the tartans you've collected over the years tend to be darker versus tend to be lighter?
I would say it's actually a reasonably good mix.
Okay.
Because I've gone through evolutions and changes myself, and I like different colored things for different reasons. Like I actually had 2 Isle of Skye tartans at one point. I have none right now that fit. But I think I sold them. But I've liked lighter color ones at certain periods. I have my McEwen Modern, so I have darker colored ones. I have gray tone ones. I have the what's the Irish one this is an Irish one right here. The County Leitrim is what I'm wearing today. So it just depends on the mood. It's literally just that.
Okay.
But it's a good mix across the board.
Right.
So I have a lot to choose from.
Okay.
How about yourself?
I will say that I've generally preferred darker tartans because I generally prefer darker colors in general. The perfect color in my world is black. So, I have gotten more colorful over the years, but I generally tend to prefer things that are a darker tone. I like muted tartans a lot. I like the Wilson's Bannockburn colors. I like something that's very rich, kind of jewel tone, or generally darker. Not as much into ancient color palette. Or weathered I like, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mr. Ian, what are your feelings on tartan colors?
Jewel tones are very in, Eric, so you'll fit right in now. Yeah, right. I'm with Eric. I tend to like darks. As you can see, I'm doing black and brown, and even Kilts and Culture looks light compared to the rest of my outfit, which I wouldn't consider it a light tartan. I like a lot of deep dark maroons and crimsons. Sometimes my move when picking out a new tartan is to kind of intentionally go outside my comfort zone. Sometimes that's worked for me.
Is that why you chose the Water of Life tartan? Or no, Angel Share. The Angel Share.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I first saw you in that one, that was like really bright, very intense colors.
But it has brown, and I'm a big fan of
brown.
I'm a big fan of browns and earthy tones, even if they aren't always very dark.
Yeah, I'd say the brown in that one definitely grounds it.
The gold, I think I was expecting to be more mustard, and it is a very bright gold. You're right.
You gotta have a pumpkin-y feel with that.
Yeah,
tartan.
I do quite like that. But sometimes
like
I am the kind of person to step out of my comfort zone on purpose sometimes. Sometimes that works out for me like it did there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wind up selling a kilt after only wearing it a handful of times, like I did with my County Crest Antrim, which I thought, it's brighter, it's bright red. I'm usually more of a maroon guy, and I'll like it. And I didn't love it.
I have no idea what that's like.
Would have been better if it was in muted. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, well,
Can't all be muted.
Exactly.
Can't all
So
be muted.
I hope that helps. Do you already own a kilt? If so, which one was your first? Was it a darker colored tartan or a lighter colored tartan? Let us know in the comments. If you're looking for your first kilt, here's a bit of advice. Go check out the Kilts and Culture group over on Facebook. We have a lot of guys who've done all this before, including us. We're active over there. Hope to see you over on the Facebook group, guys.